Can we hear it? Can I hear it? Can I hear it? I don't know, because we got different settings than last night. Oh, we can hear it. Okay. Okay, we good. Hello. Welcome to Tuesday. What night is it? Hey, welcome to Wednesday night. Just kidding. Just kidding about Tuesday. It's really Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday night flights. We're going to do some bush trips tonight. I already did this one. This one you can use Autopilot. This one you can't. I only have these three because I don't have the rest of the World Scenery packs downloaded. I refuse to download them right now because I like the airplanes working properly. So I've done a lot of this bush trip already. But we're just going to pick up where I left off because there's still quite a bit more to go. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more legs to go before we finished. And this has been a pretty cool trip. It's like little dirt road airport to little dirt road airport. No navigation, no autopilot. There's a little bit of a cheat method you can do. You can toggle the camera to like the roundabout area that you're supposed to go to. Like you can check it pretty quick. But yeah, let's this one you really got to play with the trims. The trims are where it's at. The trims and the throttle is what can keep you level, so you can kind of take your hand off the yoke, or in my case, off the stick. Hello, all my beautiful aviation enthusiast friends. Welcome to whatever episode you want to call this episode of the Airplane Show. I don't care what episode you call it. Whatever episode you want to call it is what you want to call it. All right, so let's see here. So where's our plane at on here? Wow, 200 miles. We need to zoom in, just zoom me a little bit. All right, we're here, and we got to go 131, so we're going down towards the lake. We're going to cross over a little bit of a mountaintop, and we're going to CA11. What runways they got at CA11? Hello, bitch. I'm clicking on you. Why aren't you opening up? So they got 15 and 33, so it looks like we'll be coming in on the 15. On the 15. All right, let's get rid of this map. We don't need that right now. So depart from Susanville. Well, let's put our landing lights on, actually. I think that's on. Oh, whatever. All right, depart from the head, transition southeast branch of the highway as the road winds towards the mountains in the distance. Eventually arrive at the northwest shore of Honey Lake. Continue along the highway past this vast World War II era bomb testing site and begin gaining altitude for the stretch of when they say start gaining altitude, man, that's bad news bears. All right, let's come on now, open this up. All right, so we're going to be on ahead in a 131. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's take off. All right, let's turn to 131. What does this thing say to do? Route 36 transitions to a southeast branch. All right, so we're going to follow this. Towards the mountain, eventually you arrive at the northwestern shore of the lake. Man, we gotta adjust the trims for real. Look how high, look at that. That's crazy. All right, right bumper A. If I do that, that puts us, it like kind of angles the camera in like the roundabout spot we're supposed to be at. But yeah, this bush trip is just a slow kind of moving bush trip. We're in a slow little airplane. I like the ceiling of this thing, man. It's all glass. Look at that. Look at that, man. Almost like you want to pop the top on this thing and just stick your head out the top while you're flying. All right, there's the lake. This VFR map's a pretty good map to use on this on these trips here. So we're gonna skirt the edge of the lake, and then we're gonna break off towards the mountains, right around the spot where it's like them two things come together, them two land masses come together. Eventually arrive at the northwest shore of Honey Lake, continue along the highway past. All right, so I guess we're going to be following a highway. And our next direction is 128. Well, that's not that big of a deal, actually. This thing is like the only way to know which direction you're going is like this thing here, man. It's kind of rough when you're flying inside the plane. Usually this plane, I'm like outside the plane most of the time. Until I get ready to land, then I usually go back in the plane. But for the most part, I'm outside the airplane. This is one of the only trips where I kind of stay outside the airplane. There's a trip similar to this in Hawaii where it's in a Cessna without autopilot either. But right now my hand is off the yoke. So I got the throttle and the trim in a good spot. Now I'm just going up a little bit, which is good because we need to raise our altitude pretty soon. If I wanted to level myself out and stop so much of the climb, just reduce our throttle a little bit and adjust the trims, and that'll take care of it for us. But this bush trip is one of the hardest ones I've done. I mean, almost all of them have autopilot and a flight plan to follow. This one, and there's one in Hawaii, and there's one like in, I want to say like, I think there's one in Australia too, where like you have to follow whatever the directions say, and you have to follow the ground because there's no lines up here telling us where to go, like a lot of the other bush trips have, and there's no autopilot. All right, I see those two land masses coming together there off in the distance, and we got to go up over those mountains, so we do need to increase our elevation a little bit. So let's give it some more juice and increase our trim. I can adjust the trim with the controller by holding the right bumper and using the right bumper and the right thumbstick forward or back to adjust the trim. But yeah, one of my favorite bush trips I did so far was in the Alps. It's the one where we landed in a bunch of spots in Austria and like Italy and Innsbruck. Man, those mountains are so beautiful to fly over. Excuse me. Whew, man, dinner was a motherfucker tonight, boy. there's this really good Korean restaurant near my house, and they got all kinds of sit down meals you can eat, but they also have this spot when you walk in. It's like a Chipotle kind of setup where it's like buffet style, and they just a la carte style, actually not buffet, because I don't touch the food. They make they serve everything. But man, I get this spicy pork with this Korean sauce on it. Man, I get some spicy kimchi on it, and some pickled radish, some carrots, spinach, edamame, and black beans, corn. Oh my God. Are you talking my language? Are you talking all kinds of stuff like that? Oh my goodness. So I try to go there. It's very healthy, I think. I don't know how healthy the sauce is, but the rest of the stuff is healthy, which is good because, I could stand to lose, some weight. So I got some COVID weight. But yeah, I like going there. I go there probably once a week. It's kind of expensive, so I don't go too often. Seriously, I could eat there probably 2 or 3 times a week. Their food is so good, so fresh, and I love that sweet chili Korean sauce that I get on it. It's kind of sweet. It's got a fair amount of heat to it. You can get it over noodles. You can get it over ramen type noodles. You can get it over rice, brown rice, white rice. So I mix it up. Always using the chopsticks. Never use a fork. So I think that landmass right there is the landmass that they was talking about being over. I'm sorry, where we need to make our turn. So you have a couple ways you can either like time it, click start, and then follow the time. I tend not to do that too often just because I don't know what speed that time is based off of. All right, we're at a pretty good altitude. Let's reduce our throttle a bit. See, we're starting to pitch down a little bit. And if we start declining a little bit, we should be okay. But if we start declining a little bit, I'll adjust our trim. And we're actually inclining a bit. Let's adjust our trim a little bit. Just a couple of pushes forward. All right, we're right on point. And I believe that is our spot. Yep. So right before we get to those 2 little land masses above the left wing there, we got to head 128. So not much of a difference, but a little bit. What do we need to look at on the ground here? So continue along the highway past this vast area, World War II era bombing test site, and begin gaining altitude for a stretch ahead. All right. Farther down the highway, you'll see a mountain rise far off in the distance. Just before you reach it, you'll come to a fork in the road. One path bends around the mountain, the other one runs directly toward it. And so will you. All right, so we're going at a pretty good clip. I don't want to increase our speed really. If we increase our speed, I'm going to have to angle to trim a little bit down, and we're doing pretty good. Oh, more circles. More circles. There's always so many circles. The hell is up with circles, man, in this country? Sorry if there's a little bit of noise. I'm trying to get comfortable. That's better. Much better. All right, I'm gonna say we should probably start veering off to 128. So let's just turn a little bit. We should be. Oh, am I going the? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oops, my bad. Is that really the wrong way? I thought we were breaking off to the. Let me look at this again. Let me look at it one more time. Yeah, we go away from the lake. That's the way I was going, but the. Oh, whatever. We're good. We're still headed in the same general direction, so. Maybe I got the thing wrong. I thought it said 128. Yeah, 128. Why are, but going away from the lake is, well, whatever. Maybe I'm making too big of a turn. Who knows? Wow, World War II bombing test site. All right, there we go. I guess I could probably turn the landing lights off. All right, we're heading in the right direction. Farther down the highway, you'll see a mountain rise off in the distance, but just before you reach it, you'll come to a fork in the road. One path bends around, the other one goes towards it, and so will you. All right. Almost sounds like a riddle. All right, I think we gained enough altitude. Hmm. Goodness, man, I got all kinds of ducks in my room. Got the bubble ducks. Man, it's laying down in my bed doing this right now at the end of the day, man. It's dangerous, man. I might fall asleep while I'm doing this. Something about my bed when I lay down in it, like I'm like almost like it's almost like a sleeping pill. I get in this bed, next thing I know, like I'm like super drowsy. It's the craziest thing. I've had this bed for a while now, and it's always been like that. All right, let's head over 150-ish. What does it say for the next thing? Head deeper into the hills, climb over the mountain ridge, continuing along your heading, and you'll soon come to a clearing cut through the expanse. It's the Last Chance Creek, inviting you to follow it southeast. Well, I like invitations. That works. Whoa, kind of off a little bit. We would have been flying a while. Unless it wasn't time to start turning the 150. Maybe I was just off course a little bit. Wonder what our landing looks like tonight. Let me see here. Oh, another dirt road. Jesus Christ. Eventually, Last Chance Creek opens up to a vast clearing, and just beyond it, southeast, you'll find a quaint grass runway on the edge of a thick forest to the east. Jesus. This is Bodad Airstrip landing spot for this leg of the journey. Oh my God. It looks like this right here. Right next to this little creek, here's the mountains to the east. I'm sorry, the forest to the east. Excellent. Oh, Jesus. Those things are so hard to find sometimes. All right, so this must be the road they're talking about that is going to fork off here. So let's see here. We got climbing, inviting you to follow it southeast. Climb over the mountains, continuing the heading, and you'll soon come to a clearing cut through the expanse's Last Chance Creek. All right. Let's see what our VFR maps shows. I don't see no creek. This must be the creek here, I guess. That little baby creek. There's the creek. And there's the clearing. We should probably start reducing our altitude a little bit, actually. I don't really think we're going to have much more in the way of mountains. Southeast, as the creek meanders, eventually crooks back towards the southeast, past another mountain road junction, and then the airstrip. Yeah, we can start declining a little bit. Did we get to our airport already? Hang on a second. No way. Something's wrong here. Well, it's telling us to turn around. Let's turn around real quick, see what they're talking about. Maybe we did get to our destination and maybe I did fall asleep for a couple of minutes. Maybe I did fall asleep. It wouldn't be the first time I've fallen asleep playing this here game. Yeah, I think that might actually be the runway. That would kind of make sense. That's what the VR map was showing. I wonder if the nav log is wrong. Let's do a little flyover here and see if we can. Oh, yeah, I think I see the airstrip. It's right there. Yep, that's the airstrip. All right, let's go come in for a landing. Oh my God. Oh, we're flying right over it. We'll have to come around again. I think we're flying over it. Well, maybe not. Could have sworn that was it. Unless this is it over here. Nope. Yeah, we did fly over it. Damn it. All right, let's raise our flaps. Let's gain a little bit of altitude. All right, now let's make our turn. Sweet. Let's see what our next leg looks like. Let's continue. Your aircraft has been refueled. Yes, it has. Man, I got something wrong, like, in my back area, man. It's starting to scare me a little bit sometimes. It's like this really sharp pain, like, on the left side of my middle of my back. It's off, like, to the side, too. I don't know, man. It's weird. All right. Ooh, we got some turns. All right. What about we got some mountains to play with? Yep, we do. All right. So as you leave Bodad, make your way south over the trees ahead in the distance. You'll begin to see the northern shore of Frenchman Lake. Continuing south past several local favorite fishing spots en route to a rock-fill and earthen dam at the lake's southern edge. Trailing away from the dam on the other side is Little Last Chance Creek. Follow it. So... oh, hey. I don't see Little Last Chance. I don't see a creek. You see a creek? Oh, this creek. Okay, and then... oh, fuck. Oh. Just south of the Chilcote Crossroads, a train line rushes into the west, start in that direction. Okay. So we're pretty much going to head southish till we see train tracks. All right, we can do that. Do we have a lot of room for takeoff? I don't know if we do. We might need to back up just a little bit. Well, we might be okay. I think we'll be okay for takeoff. I don't think we need to adjust anything. All right. Let's go ahead and take off. We should have enough runway space. Oh yeah, we'll be okay. All right, we got to head 156-ish. All right, flaps are up. We got to adjust the trim because this has still got our landing trim set. So let's pull back one. Right thumbstick, hold down the right bumper and pull back on the right thumbstick a little bit. All right, so there's the creek from the map. I don't know if we're going to have to gain a lot of altitude with this one like the last one or not. I don't know. We'll see. So we're going to fly in this direction, past this little lake, this little creek, whatever it is, and then we got to look for train tracks that go to the west. And then we're going to follow those train tracks. Let's reduce our throttle a little bit. We're starting to level out. We might need to adjust our trims a little bit. Yeah, let's adjust our trim so we can gain some speed too. We're going a little slow right now. What is the very difficult airport to landing in the worlds? Hey, there is a little airport in I think it was France. It's part of the bush trips, like these bush trips that I'm doing here. And you're flying a plane very similar to this, and it's on like the top of a mountain, and it's like angled all the way down. Like it's a very rough slope, like it's a deep slope. and it's on the top of a mountain. That one took me probably 10, 15 times to land it. I had to watch a video on it, like, which I don't usually do, but I just couldn't figure it out. And I finally got it. But yeah, that one's been the most difficult one I've ever landed on in this simulator. Because when you land, you're landing, the hill you're landing on is you're going uphill when you land, and then you crest the top of the mountain as you're still landing, and then it angles down again. So you got to come in like almost where your stall speed is, touch down, slam on the brakes, and just hope hope you got it right. Yeah, that one was a little rough. Welcome back. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing anything tonight, but I did want to continue this bush trip because this is part of the standard edition. I don't have any of the world scenery downloaded, so the world scenery gives you the rest of the bush trips. But I like this one because there's no autopilot and there's no navigation. You have to really follow the ground and follow the instructions. But like regular airports, though, probably Aspen, Colorado that's a really difficult airport to land. All right, so let's get rid of these two because we're getting ready to turn out to the west. So we're going to pass this creek, keep going down, and then we got to look for train tracks down here somewhere. And we have a little, well, that doesn't show any, oh yeah, so here's the mountain ridge. So I guess this ridge here is this ridge here. So we're going to come down there and then look for a little ridge out to our right, out to our left. And then we should see some train tracks, and that's where we're going to turn. All right, I think we can stop ascending. Let's reduce our throttle a little bit. Reduce our throttle and then adjust our trim so we can level out. The name of the game with flying this plane, if you want to take your hand off the yoke, you got to find that nice balance between setting your trims correctly and the right amount of throttle, so you're not really dipping down and you're not really angled up. You're just kind of just right. Which we're very close to being. But you got to be patient though with it. You can't just, start throwing your trims back and forth, back and forth. You got to make a little adjustment, give it a little bit of time to see what happens. Like this one might be okay. Might be okay. Let's see. All right. Well, we can give it. Let's raise our trim. Oh, wait a minute. Might be okay. Let's increase our throttle just a touch and see if that helps. All right, now we're starting to balance out a little bit. There we go. And now we are good. Man, I hope I don't have to go to the doctor for this back thing. Hopefully it's just like a spasm, or I've been getting these sometimes very sharp pains, like kind of like in the middle of my back, but on the left side. Nothing else though. I mean, no other pains. Just that every once in a while. It's just a little uncomfortable, but I do a lot of sitting because of my job. I work from home, so I'm wondering. I don't know. Maybe I pulled something one day. I don't know. It's not like pain all the time either. It comes and goes. Like I can go days without it. Today it's acted up a little bit, but before today, I mean, it's been like a week or two since I had it. So hopefully, your mind can start racing with all kinds of what is it this? Is it that? Is it, am I dying? Is it just gas? Do I have to go to the bathroom, or is it cancer? So hopefully it's nothing major. All right, we got to head over this mountain range a little bit. That's kind of what it's looking like. Yep. I'm thinking just over this range is where the train tracks are going to be. I guess we can turn our landing lights off. Yeah, there's no instruments to help you land. You have comms and a transponder for like squawking. And that's it. You have your vertical speed, you have your altimeter, you have your tachometer, you have your speed, oil pressure, exhaust, oil temperature, heading. Oh, there's a train track. I'm sitting here talking. There's the train tracks. Let's make our turn. More circles. These circles, man, I'm telling you, out in the Midwest is just circles and perfect circles. All right, so we're going to ride this route for about 5 minutes. What the hell? It just told us to go west. Or maybe we haven't found a train track yet. All right, well, let's close this. Sworn that was a train track. Oh no, that's a road. Hey, there's a train tracks right. Is that a road or train tracks? No, I think that's a. I don't know. Who the hell knows? All right, we're going in the right direction now. It's tough, man, without navigation. It's just crazy that there are thousands of these circles. I can't already be at our pulling up to our airport, can I? West of the farm, west. Whoa, maybe I am. West of the farm circles. But west is over there. West of the farm circles lies a tangle of creek beds and stained earth. Follow the tendrils as they flow to the south and around the foot of nearby mountain. All right. And you should see a road winding along its base leading directly to your next destination, Sierraville Deerwater Airport, which I guess this is the runway here. Yeah, yeah. So I I started with the standard package, and then they had the premium deluxe on sale. So I have the whole thing now, the premium deluxe. So I have the whole thing, but there's many components to download, and I haven't. So when I had everything downloaded, I was running into major issues with screens turning black mid-flight, airplanes not working properly, just a lot of glitches. So I erased all the scenery packs. No, I didn't create anything. This bush trip is I mean, you can create bush trips in here. This is not one that I created, but I mean, you can create them from the world map in the front, and you just set the destinations that you want. Now, this bush trip comes with the game. But yeah, you can set up your own bush trips. I mean, you have to research and find little airports, and a place where you want to go, and just find little airports that are maybe 20 to 50 miles away from each other, and just start planning out your trip. All right, let's I have a feeling the airport's going to be up here pretty soon. Okay, that's where we're going. And that's kind of what it looks like. Well, that looks like what I'm looking at right in front of me, actually. Usually I have to do one or two passes over top of the airport sometime before I really figure out that that's the airport. Sometimes they're hidden so well that, and a lot of times I'm not coming in at the right angle either. And this plane is a little bit difficult to land because you have to land like on those two wheels, and then you have to slow down and let the nose kind of pop up in the air. It's not like a regular airplane where you land and then push it forward. This one you have to land it and then pull back. I think I see it. I think these are the farm circles right here below the wing that they're talking about. Yep. I don't think I'm going to be able to land it this quickly. Of course, I don't even know where the runway is, to be honest. It's I mean, based on the picture, it looks like the runway should be kind of like right at the base of the mountain there. Let's see here. Oh, once past the mountain. So we got to go past this mountain. Let's raise our flaps then. Oh, maybe it's past this mountain too. Maybe we're not as close as I thought we were. And it says keep going straight ahead, so I guess it's over these mountains. It's gonna be close. I think we got it, but it's gonna be close. Oh, well, there's a stained ground they're talking about. I guess it's over there then. Thank goodness for the feature where you can like put your camera where you're supposed to go, like in the general area. That's what I keep doing. With the button layout I have, it's left bumper and the A button, and you do that, and it'll kind of put your pointer kind of in the general direction where you should be going. I don't think it's really cheating because it's part of the game, so maybe it's cheating. I don't know, but it's not like I did anything to generate the button mapping. This is all standard issue button mapping. Now I do see a long strip over here. I don't know if that's the runway or not. I don't think that is. That would be too good. That would be too easy. That would be too easy to find with this particular bush trip. This has been a pretty difficult one finding the landing. I mean, sometimes you can't even see the runway. Sometimes it's just like a dirt strip in the middle of a bunch of dirt, or a grass in the middle of a bunch of grass. It's some of these bush trips are, you know, I guess I think they're real airports. I guess they would be real airports, but no, it's pointing that direction. That can't be the airport. I'd have a hard time believing that the runway is that close to a mountain, but I mean, Princess Juliana Airport in St. Martin, similar situation with their runway. You know, maybe it is. Maybe it is, and they just take off in one direction. Oh, I see the runway now. Okay. At least I think I do. I think it's right here. Yep, that's it right there. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be facing a mountain like that.
Mm.
500 feet. 400. It's like, I don't know. Oh, we were at 300. I was just kind of guessing. I didn't know how high we were. I think I'm gonna do one more leg of this bush trip and then call it a night. I don't want to clip that tree. That'll make us crash. All right. All right, let's do one more leg. So this one should be about 16 minutes. We got to head southeast. Make a turn where that lake is, follow the creek, hit another lake, and then go to K-Truck. So take off, head south over the hills. You'll quickly discover California State Route 89. Same direction. Highway will lead you through rolling hills down to Little Truckee River, Stampede Reservoir, Stampede Dam, Boca Dam, Truckee, Tahoe Airport. Follow the river. Well, that'll be easy to find that one there. That's a big airport. All right, so we need to take off and head 130 for a few minutes. Where are we heading now? 210. So maybe we should take off. Well, let's see how much runway space we have. Oh shit, we got plenty of runway space. All right, so we need to take off. Not that one. Take off and turn and head 130. Okay. Let's see here. Let's put you on. Let's put our flaps up a little bit. All right, let's take off. Let's do it. So I guess we're near Tahoe, California, if we're going to the Truckee Tahoe Airport next. All right, back in the air, put our flaps up, start making our turn so we can line up with 130. All right, this should be a roundabout area that we're heading. Let's adjust our trims a little bit so we're not climbing at such a steep rate because we got to pull our engine back a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's a little difficult, this plane. I'm glad it's not. I'm glad I'm not landing a real plane with real people on board, because I probably would be injuring a few people. Yeah, it's like a paper plane, man. It sounds like a lawnmower. But it's fun. It's fun for a change to fly something like this, where I have to really like pay attention the whole time. There's no autopilot. There's no route to follow. You're really just following the ground and just you know. But yeah, it's fun for a change, not having to program navigation. Just get in a plane and just point it and fly. Well, I guess I'm going over those mountains. Wow, this is really nice out here in California with all these trees. All right, so follow the path of the Little Truckee River as it flows away from the highway toward the western shores of Stampede Reservoir. All right. And Microsoft recommends on these bush trips you try to stay about 1,000 feet above ground. So I try my best most of the time to stay within that 1,000 feet. It's difficult sometimes, especially in some of the like European ones where you're flying through the Alps, and there's such drastic changes. Like there's times where you take off from an airport that's 3,000 feet above sea level, and then you got to climb to 12,000 feet so you can fly next to Mont Blanc, or you know some other mountains that are there. It's all right. I think we can reduce our speed up just a little bit. See if that'll balance out our plane so we're not climbing. If we slow down our plane just a little bit, that should even us out so we're not really. I don't mind climbing a little bit, but I don't want to be like where we just were. And if the speed doesn't do it, then we got to adjust our trims a little bit. So let's put our trims down just a little bit. Let's go a little bit more. I swear, a lot of these waypoints in here tonight they're not holding true to what the heading is supposed to be. I've never really seen that before. Like I've done a lot of these bush trips. I'm pretty comfortable with like pointing the airplane and following the ground and all that. And a lot of times tonight, it's just not following what the flight plan is, man. It's weird. Maybe I need to download more of the. Maybe I need to download the scenery packs for America for this to really operate properly. Which could be. Damn, can't find it. I can't find it. No, I think it's lost. I just have a regular Xbox controller. Yeah, nothing special with me. Just I usually spend all that kind of money on my kids. So I have 2 teenagers. They need stuff. So Instead of me getting all the cool stuff, I usually, get it for them. But now I just have a regular Xbox controller. Yeah, nothing special. All right, we're still kind of climbing. Let's put us down at -2 and see what happens. So I'm starting to see what I'm starting to see is the river, I think. Or a creek. Oh yeah, there's the body of water there. So I know we're gonna have to head south once we get to that body of water. Oh, I had no idea that that thing was up on the screen. Sorry about that. My bad. I noticed it. I just didn't realize it was sitting on the actual screen capture. My bad. That's interesting. Like, I wonder if somebody started this or if this is just nature, where you have like all these pine trees and then like all these like, I guess, deciduous trees or whatever they're called. That's weird. How it just like stops and goes from one to another. Wonder if somebody planted that to be like that, or if that's just kind of nature being nature. See, it looks like it's happening over here again too. Like photo. Got snow-covered mountains. All right, so from here, if we are heading in the right way, because it looks like we're supposed to be heading 112, follow the path of the Little Truckee River as it flows away from the highway toward the western shores of Stampede Reservoir. So it looks like we're going to be heading. See, according to hang on, according to this map, it looks like we're going south once we hit that river. Oh, it's south when we get to the edge of it. Oh, I gotcha. All right, so we are going to be making a turn to the left, and then we're going to be heading south. Okay, okay. Microsoft was right again. I was wrong. Unless this is not really the type of trees that's in real life. Maybe it's just Microsoft just, laying down trees. Maybe it's just their computer program. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like Google and Bing images and like satellite map imagery, but like how detailed does it get with Microsoft, or is it just like a texture pack with like random type of trees? All right. Now I would think we're going to be turning to the left here any minute. On the green. Yeah, I think after this, I'm going to call it a night, finish my dinner, put on a movie, and get ready for bed. We'll do a nice Thursday night flight tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do that Ryanair, or we'll crash it, or we'll do that flight from Anchorage to Seattle, like I think it was Elmer that Elmer asked for. Still can't play Aerofly, so we're sticking with Microsoft for now. Once Aerofly is good and I can use it, I'm gonna start uploading new videos of them, but can't do it right now. I got 10 to 15 frames a second, best case scenario, on my tablets and on my phone, and I can't play it on any of my Apple devices. So
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael, that's the 642.
that's not. We can't already be at the airport, can we? Unless time is going by really quick tonight with me with this, because I'm talking and I'm streaming. I don't usually stream bush flights. So, when I'm just sitting there by myself, I'm not really talking and running my mouth. So maybe time has gone a lot quicker than, maybe that's why I think the navigation is off tonight, is because I've been running my mouth I've been running my mouth talking and not really paying attention to the time, because I think that's the airport. Yeah. All right, well, let's go do a little tour of Tahoe real quick while we slow down. I don't think they'd be coming in this steep in real life. Maybe they would. I don't know. I don't know how you fly a paper airplane in real life. All right, let's put our flaps down again. It's pretty out here, though, with all the mountains and shit. Probably be a pretty cool little town to live in. Except, of course, it's in California, which is bad, but like if this was in like Florida or South Carolina or Oklahoma or Montana. Well, Montana probably has something like this. Probably South Carolina does too, with the mountains, with the Appalachian Mountains. But yeah, I think that's why time went so quick on these trips tonight. I was running my mouth and looking at stuff and not really paying attention to the time, and next thing I know, we're at the airport. So I think that's what was happening. So landings, if you want to try to get a soft landing, you gotta really get the throttle and your speed at the right position, and just kind of try to aim your nose for the end of the runway, and just kind of let the wheels just touch down. All right, we made it. Let's see how much of this bush trip we have left. We should probably have, I think, like 5 stops left, I think. Let's see here. 21. Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 stops left. This one's really cool. The Balkans. That one's a pretty scenic trip. This one was okay. This was over Chile and Argentina. But yeah, I have all these. So I have 18 items that are not installed, and it's everything that I think was giving me issues. I mean, every single one of these world updates has a bunch of airports that are kind of like handcrafted by Microsoft, and bush trips and landing challenges and all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm not sure which one of these or which combination of these is giving me issues. So until I know that it's fixed, I'm not doing any of these. I'll just do the bush trips on my tablet and on the cloud. So anyways, that's about it. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. It's late o'clock. I got to get ready for work tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow night. And thank you all for tuning in, and peace out.